Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting down to do my makeup as I am wont to do. I am kicking off this vlog on a Friday. Binky is also kicking off this vlog on a Friday. I haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since I filmed, and I feel like you could probably guess why. Maybe it's January. I've mentally not been doing well. And I don't know if y'all feel the same, but this January has been quite rough for, you know, a lot of reasons, personal and also just the state of the world. I've not been feeling good. I've not been feeling like myself. I've been in bed most days, getting some work done for, you know, my actual job, but I really just feel lazy and like I don't want to move, and I'm so cold and I want to be in bed all of the time, and I don't know, I just don't feel like that makes for the most exciting content, so I just haven't been filming. But I've missed you, and this weekend I am going to be doing some things which I have been needing to do for a while. Yeah, so I guess I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing and tell you where I've been. I mean, I don't need to get into the weeds of it, but my mental health just has not been great, and I think a big part of that really is the weather, y'all. I knew that weather affected me, I just didn't realize how much, especially until I lost the amount of weight that I have lost. The lack of body fat has been making day-to-day kind of miserable. Like, I'm always bundled up in layers, and it just does not matter how many layers I get bundled up into. I'm freezing all of the time. I just have no desire to move my body. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to get out of bed. And so, you know, this has been kind of my home base. Like I said, it's just like not been the best. I'm really faced with this idea of like what you're supposed to do when you're depressed. It's been quite a few months since I have been in this cycle of my mood patterns. I haven't been depressed in a while, which is nice, but at the same time, I'm left kind of feeling like, well, I thought that I had gotten over this in a way. I've been exercising, my mental health has been so good, I've been treating my body well, and that has, you know, manifested in my mental health being good, and I've fallen off of those habits, which would make sense as to why I'm more depressed. But I think it was naive of me to assume that I would never experience something like this again. And it's not that I never thought I'd be depressed again, I guess I'm struggling, feeling like I don't know where to go next, what I should be doing. I want to like treat myself with kindness, but I think my instinct is not to do that. My instinct is to just tell myself to get the fuck over it and like do what I need to do, and that has just like not been the most helpful. So my mental health has been kind of all over the place. My self-talk has probably not been as good as it could be. That is my little mental health update for you. I don't have any answers, but hoping that by doing some stuff this week, or this weekend specifically, that maybe my mental health will be a little bit better. I think having a clean space at the very least will help me, so I'm doing some stuff to hopefully make that a reality. Can we talk about some frivolous shit though? Frivolous stuff has really been consuming my mind and has maybe been not the best outlet for my mental health, but such is life. So let's talk about frivolous stuff, shall we? One of the big things that I want to get done in this video is a closet clean out. I'm actually doing a closet clean out for a different video, but I'm going to be reorganizing my closet for this video and showing you kind of like how I am moving stuff around. My wardrobe has just changed in terms of the functionality I'm hoping to get from it. In the past, I've hung up all of my sweatshirts and all of my kind of loungier pieces and had those kind of at the ready. Now that I'm trying to dress more, I don't want to say formally, but kind of on a day-to-day basis, I'm trying to get rid of some of those loungy pieces that maybe are just too big and don't fit, but also I don't necessarily want those at the forefront of my closet anymore. So it's going to take a little bit of reorganization and kind of rethinking of how I'm doing things to really, I guess, get that task done in a way that I think like will benefit me. Yeah, that'll be, I think, interesting to do together. That's like the main thing that I'm trying to do. There's also some like stuff around the house that I need to do with Hayden. We did take down the Christmas decor, and I'll time-lapse that after this clip. We did that a couple of days ago, which was, you know, helpful, but we haven't really cleaned the house after that, and it has been a necessity. It's something that we really need to do and just like haven't gotten around to, because not only have I been a little bit depressed, Hayden has been so busy with work, and I think that's also kind of like impacted my mood a little bit. We haven't gotten to hang out quite as often. He hasn't been able to pick up the slack I am lacking, if that makes sense. Like, that is something that I think is a running theme in our relationship. If I know he's super busy and I'm doing okay, then I will pick up more slack around the house and vice versa. But since we've both been in a bad place or busy places or whatever, the house has just been kind of a mess. So that's something that we are going to get done. Note of the things that I like wanted to talk about and things that I thought were fun. And no, these things are not all cohesive and they don't all necessarily go together. So this is going to be kind of a chaotic first clip of this video, but when is it not? Welcome to my channel. I wanted to talk about clothes again. I wanted to kind of pop in about clothing. So I'm going to be organizing my closet, decluttering, which has been kind of a journey. I have been doing more secondhand purchasing. I'm going to go on my no buy in February and March for clothes specifically, but I have been buying some stuff and it has been really satisfying. But what's been more satisfying, y'all, realizing like what I like out of a wardrobe and also doing this spreadsheet thing that has really been super satisfying. And I did want to like touch on that because it has been like shockingly good. So since I have been purchasing clothing, I have actually been documenting every purchase. I have a spreadsheet running on my Google Sheets basically that documents what the piece is, where it's from, what the makeup, like material composition of the piece is. Did I buy it secondhand? How much did I purchase it for? What's the color of the item? And instead of writing down the color, I have like a little box, a little cell for the color. And it's been really cool to see my wardrobe grow. Oh, I also have been documenting the item type so I can see how many casual tops versus dresses versus skirts and stuff that I have. So that's been really nice to see how much I'm spending overall on these garments, where I'm lacking in certain departments of my clothing. And I've also been documenting like how often I'm wearing the pieces, which has been really satisfying. Like kind of scratches an itch in my brain that I feel like I would have been missing with shopping in other areas of my life. Like obviously I'm shopping for clothes, so like that's, you know, kind of satisfying, but I've still been feeling that like itch to like do new and exciting things, mostly buying things. And that has been kind of scratching an itch in a way, like getting to document how many times I'm wearing certain items of clothing. And I would really like to do that for the rest of my wardrobe. I can't do it now because I don't know what I'm keeping versus not, and like what's staying and what's going. So I'm hoping that like once I go through everything that I can add things to my spreadsheet. I obviously don't know like when I bought it and the price and all that shit, but I would love to have just like, this is my wardrobe, this is how many times I'm wearing certain things. At the end of the year being able to like say, oh, I wore this pair of jeans 27 times, like what a great investment or whatever. I don't know, it's been satisfying to me. So just something to note. I'll probably talk more about that in my like no buy check-in, which I will do in a couple of weeks when February hits, but that has been honestly so satisfying. That's something I'm really looking forward to doing. You know, maybe I will check in with you too. I'm able to get that done after, you know, going through my wardrobe, but that has been really satisfying. And I wanted to touch on that because I never thought that would be something that I would have a desire to do. Definitely not a minimalist. Like I'm not aiming to have like only a certain amount of like items in each category, but it is nice to see like what you have. I think it helps you be a better steward of the things that you have as well. When you're like, wait, I already have 4 white t-shirts, like I don't need to buy another one, if you can like see it on a spreadsheet. So it's been nice. I'm sure it would be like even better if I had like a Notion template that had the same information, but also like a picture of the item. So you'd actually visually see what you got, but happy enough with what I've got going right now. So that's just something I wanted to make note of because it's been satisfying to me. And then just like a greater note, I guess, on my clothing consumption and how that has been going. First of all, buying clothing has still been very, very seamless. There have only been like 2 out of frankly many items that I've purchased secondhand that have not worked out for me, like been maybe a little too small or just not a great fit. Almost everything else that I've purchased not only fits really, really nicely because I have been like looking at the measurements online for things, but everything like is better in person than it looks online. And that's something I'm always worried about when I secondhand shop. Am I going to be scammed? Is this thing going to be rattier than it looks in pictures? And it's almost always the opposite. I don't know if I've just lucked out, but like I'm very impressed with the things that I've been buying and it's been so satisfying. I don't know if I've said that elsewhere, but like I think that's one of the misconceptions that I had about secondhand shopping, is that it just made more sense to buy new because, you know, the quality would be better or at least no one else had worn it. Y'all, I'm getting like high quality, nice stuff that like I can't find elsewhere is in nice condition still. It's been a lot of fun secondhand shopping. That has been really satisfying. Another thing, I think this is like the last kind of clothing related thing that I wanted to like touch on. I've really been enjoying my reorganized and or culled down loungewear and pajama collection. Holy shit, it has been so nice. I think I mentioned it in the last video, but I have purchased some new loungewear and some new pajamas to replace some stuff that doesn't necessarily fit me anymore. I was able to kind of look at the brands that I had purchased previously to determine what I thought was going to be a good repurchase versus, you know, let's try from a different brand. I have purchased all of my loungewear for the most part from Cozy Earth because they're my favorite at this point, and almost all of my pajamas are petite plume now, and both are pricey. There's no getting around it. I have bought both on sale, but oh my god, I have a drawer now that is dedicated to my 3 loungewear sets. This is actually one of them. This is one of my Cozy Earth sets. It has been so satisfying to like go into this drawer that is culled back in such a nice way. I think I said, did I say 3 loungewear sets and at this point like 4 sets of pajamas? It is so nice to go in there, know that the things in there fit me. They look really nice. They're high quality. They fit incredibly. They suit my needs perfectly. What a privilege that is. Like how delightful is that to like be able to love everything that is in a particular category. And I think that's like attitude I'm trying to take with me for the rest of my wardrobe. And I mean, it definitely has been the case. Like the things that I'm purchasing right now are things that I absolutely love, that are versatile, that are going to serve me well, that are made out of high quality materials. But I feel like I haven't gotten to experience it on the same level because I haven't been going as many places, so I haven't really gotten to wear as many of my new clothes. I have worn the majority of the things that I purchased, maybe not some of like my summer dresses that I've purchased, but just want to take that attitude and that like vibe into my wardrobe, I guess. Right now, loving my loungewear and stuff, and I'm just really hoping that I can bring that energy to the rest of everything. So yeah, God, I've been yapping, but really I have to say, clothing has been nice. I think clothing is the one thing at this point that has really been, I don't want to say proving to me that I've lost weight, but kind of. This is something that I didn't expect, and this is, I guess, kind of a weight loss check-in, sort of. I'm going to talk about weight. I didn't know how major weight loss would feel. I didn't know if there would be a time in which I would accept the fact that it's happened, or if I would like wake up one day and be like, oh wow, like I look completely different. And I will say that has happened, but only since I have started buying clothes. And I'm not saying buying clothes is the answer to body dysmorphia or anything, or like feeling like you've actually lost weight. But for me, I think my results have not been something I've thought much about or have really acknowledged because I've been wearing like baggy loungewear. And once I started buying clothes in, my right size, I was like, wow, like obviously I can see the number difference in the clothing that I'm buying. I was a size like 10, 12, and now I'm a size 2, 0. You can see the numbers in front of you, but it's different like actually putting on the clothing and realizing like, oh, okay, I look like a different person now. It's a little trippy, and I didn't know if I would get there, I guess. I don't know if that's like something other people have experienced. I know that a lot of people who have been through major weight loss, like you almost don't know what you look like anymore. And so gradually over time, but you don't think of yourself as the smaller version of yourself, even if you are at that point. It's a weird thing. And I think for me, I have felt more at home in my body and also have been able to acknowledge the changes that have happened because of the clothes that I'm buying. And not only has that happened, but I just cannot put into words how grateful that I feel for myself, choices that I've made to get me to this point. I don't think that being in a smaller body is necessarily inherently better. I don't believe that, and I don't think it's the right choice for everybody to lose weight, but it feels so good. I love that I am wearing the stuff that I have loved for forever. I think for so long, I didn't feel like I knew who I was. I think that was confounded by a lot of things, right? Being chronically online and being influenced by other people, being in a body that felt foreign to me for so long that I felt like I just had no control over, never like fully wearing the clothes that I kind of in the back of my head liked because they weren't like super popular. A lot of things, I guess, that led me to think and believe that I didn't know myself very well and that I didn't know what I liked. I think all of these pieces are coming together at this point to show me that I have all along known who I am and what I enjoy. And that has been really amazing. It seems superficial because a lot of this has been born by like clothing, right? But I don't think that clothing is inherently silly, right? Like clothing says something about who you are to an extent. And fashion is something that we all participate in, whether or not, it's something that we're into. But it has been really nice to feel like I know who I am again. Various aspects of my life. I'm feeling more confident, not just like in my body and like I look so cute in these clothes. It's more like I know my taste. I know myself. I have confidence in the choices that I'm making. I don't second guess myself quite as much. It's a journey. I'm not like, completely there. I don't think anyone's ever completely self-assured, but like I just feel so much better now. I feel like I know myself better. It's kind of transformative, I will say. This might not even make the cut. We'll see, but it's pretty nifty, let me just say. I hope everyone gets to experience this. Maybe not through the same channels, but if you have been second guessing yourself, if you don't feel like you know your style, you don't feel like you know your taste, I hope that you get to a place soon where you trust yourself. I am depressed and I'm not in the best space and I'm not perfect by any means, but it is really nice to like not question yourself, not second guess yourself, and to feel like you know who you are. All of the things that I'm doing right now, I think, are in service of me feeling like I know myself again and wanting to, I guess, honor that version of myself and to continue in that direction. Like, okay, now I know who I am. Now I can improve on the areas of my life that I'm not like be super satisfied with, the things that maybe could do some change, right? Like I understand my identity better, but like still some things I could improve upon and change. So ramble session, love that for me. I need to go. I desperately need to go because the sun do be setting earlier. It is 1:30. I need to start cleaning out this closet. So I'll check in with y'all in a little bit. Enjoy some Christmas cleanup time lapse. If the lighting's bad, it's his fault.
Blame God.
It's his fault. Y'all haven't seen this man in a while. And I just thought that you might want to, because I don't have shit to say. I have been decluttering my clothes, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. Similar thoughts and feelings to the thoughts and feelings I had where I was decluttering my throw pillows, which is mild disgust. Though I will say...
Mild disgust at what?
At myself for, like, buying so many things. But the clothes that I am going through, some of them I have had for a decade plus.
I was gonna say, it's accumulated.
It really is. And it's weird because I have done declutters in the past. Like, I have gotten rid of things over, you know, the course of years, but it is surprising how much stuff has, like, lingered and how much stuff is sticking around. And it is true, like, I have purchased things over the past decade, but I'm just like, why is there so much stuff? Holy shit. And I'm trying not to, like, let that get to me. But it's impossible not to think about those things, especially from the perspective of, like, posting online. I know there's definitely people watching with judgment. It's not productive to think that way, but every once in a while I do. I'm like, damn, don't want to post because, like, I'm kind of embarrassed about the amount of shit that I have. But yeah, to be fair, I mean, it is accumulated over, you know, over a decade of my life. There's a couple of things that I've had since middle school, so it's like, it is what it is. It feels good, I guess, in a sense, to get rid of so much stuff. I am getting rid of over half of the clothes that I have been going through. I've been keeping more than I expected, though, I will say. But I guess it makes sense because I've been keeping so much stuff, and a lot of the stuff that I have kept, I have thought in my head, if I ever lose weight, I would be sad if I got rid of this. And I am glad I haven't gotten rid of those things because I will be wearing them going forward. So I don't know. It's a complicated thing. I thought it would be complicated for different reasons, though, I guess. I thought that I would want to get rid of too many things and have to, like, rein myself in and be like, okay, you need to keep some of this because you need clothes to wear, but I'm not having that problem. So that's what an experience. And I'm more than halfway finished, but I need to go home and finish this because I literally will not do this another day. I don't want to. The bummer is that I'm not even going through my athletic wear. I'm just doing my, like, actual clothes and loungewear and stuff like that. Athletic wear will be for a different day. Although I don't know if I'm gonna get that on camera. I don't really want to, like, get the breasts out, you know?
Damn.
I don't know if y'all need to, like, see me in a sports bra with no top. Shout out to my little sister, though, because she is the kind of girl that, like, one, doesn't give a fuck, and two, all she wears to the gym is either leggings or bike shorts and a top, a little sports bra top. Like, she doesn't wear shirts over that. She's just confident she rocks it. And I'm like, you know what? Good for you. Even though I really like my body now, I don't want to do that. I don't think that's for me personally. I'd like a little bit more coverage on the stomach. I think I will always feel that way. Even if I have a six pack, I just, like, you know, I'm not really here to the abs. So.
Like, that's for the Patreon, right?
God, my nose has also been running all fucking day. I think it's because it's cold. So
well, that and you're probably, like, stirring up dust from moving all the stuff around.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Allergies, dander, all these things. The sun is setting well, so I'm sorry if it's getting, like, darker, but I hope y'all liked the Christmas takedown stuff that you just saw. I did film us taking down Christmas decor a few days ago. I actually sat down to, like, set up the vlog on, like, Monday, and then I was gonna say inundated with work. It's more like I procrastinated the fuck out of the reading your best books of the year video. I finished that yesterday, and so now I'm, like, a free woman and can actually vlog. Me and work-life balance have not been super great lately.
Same.
I mean, I've been fucking around a lot, but not in a way that has, like, led to any increased happiness. I've been falling into bad habits, and, like, literally the one thing I want to get done this quarter, and not even get done, but I would like to experience, is working 9 to 5 hours and having my weekends off and actually getting to, like, enjoy my time off and or time after 5 p.m. I'm setting things up to be like that, but also my mental health is just not quite there yet, and that's been kind of shitty. So maybe February is the month for me. We'll see.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, one thing I did want to say, though. The cool thing about this declutter that I'm doing is that I was feeling like, not like I didn't have enough clothes, but a lot of what was fueling my purchasing in December and January for new clothing was feeling like, okay, well, none of my clothes are going to fit. I don't want to keep any of this stuff. I just need new clothes. And I knew that that wasn't actually the case. Like, I knew that there was going to be some stuff, I think, in the back of my mind. I tried to convince myself that that wasn't the case, and I didn't actually go through my wardrobe like I probably should have. I haven't purchased any duplicates. I'm not, like, upset at any of the things that I've purchased, but I can say now that I'm not tempted to buy anything. And I was thinking to myself, like, I hope I don't get into a situation where I'm gonna go on a clothing no buy for February and March, and I feel like I need to, like, buy a shitload of stuff at the end of January to, like, make myself feel secure. I don't feel that way. I have so much stuff. I do not need to purchase things. And, like, I probably will purchase stuff in the summer because I don't have any, like, denim shorts or things like that, but I think for the next couple months, we good with clothes.
Hell yeah. That's sick. That fits in perfectly with my anti-no-buy year.
Aiden's goals for the year are fun. I don't know that
What are my goals for the year?
I ended up scrapping one of our last daily vlogs for Vlogmas because I was too lazy to edit it, to be frank. And one where Hayden talked about his goals for the year. And he talked about how he wants to eat cheese.
Yeah. Did I say anything else?
I'm sure you said a lot, but that was really the highlight.
Yeah, I want to cook something new.
Yeah. You want to cook something new?
Every month or something like that. I don't know, maybe more than that, because like only 12 new things for the year seems like not that many. I feel like it needs to be more, and it doesn't need to be something crazy. It's just like, just something that I haven't made before.
Yeah. I really need to get on one of my goals for the year. I don't have very many like goals or like ambitions or whatever the fuck. One of them was I want to try a new restaurant every month, and I need to do that. And in my head, I was thinking like fine dining. It doesn't need to be that.
No,
you know,
just be anything you haven't tried before.
Literally anything. So maybe we'll try something fun and local.
Is there something left locally that we haven't tried?
There's so much stuff locally that we haven't tried. There's like an insane amount of stuff. Like we live near a suburb, and I feel like when we first moved, there weren't as many chains as I would like. Now we have every chain imaginable, but we also have a lot of like cool, interesting one-off places that I would like to try that you wouldn't expect from a suburb. I don't want to have to like drive to Austin every time I want to like try something new.
Yeah, for sure.
It's also like, I don't want to say what's the point, but kind of. Like, I think part of trying something new for me is that like it'd be cool to find like new places we can go more regularly.
Exactly.
So local would be cool in that case.
Yeah, I haven't really been going super hard into my cheese resolution. So
yeah. I mean, I haven't really been going hard into my resolutions either, to be fair. January's just a tough month, and this has just been a particularly shitty January. So
yes,
I think the year is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be really transformative for us. Like there were a lot of, I was reflecting on this earlier today. There have been a lot of changes. Like 2024 was kind of a crazy year for us. Some of which we like didn't share, but yeah, there was like a lot of shit that happened, and our lives look completely different now. It'll be cool seeing where we're at the end of this year, like if our lives are going to change in big ways and like what ways they change. I think that like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that like at 30, things would change so much for us. Yeah, I would say.
I don't think. This is my looking into the crystal ball, trying to read the future moment.
Let me see if I can just like hold y'all so we can get slightly better lighting.
Don't think that we're going to have crazy changes this year. I think this year, in my opinion, is going to be more about like catching our stride, No,
and I think that's exactly it. I think that it'll be interesting to see where we're at the end of the year, because I don't think there's going to be like super momentous things that happen, but I think we're going to be almost at a completely different spot, but in a good way. We're going to be like, wow, look at the things that we've built in like a methodical, slow, like not crazy kind of way, Like there were things that like forced our hand last year, like, pregnancy loss, like you can't really control that. I don't think we're gonna have a ton of those, hopefully, fingers crossed. I feel like gonna have fewer like weird shit that happens, but I think that it'll be interesting. Curious to see what happens. Yeah, hopefully one of those things is writing a book. That is one of my goals.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself, and that's why I didn't like announce that grandly to the world. It's kind of just for me, but that'd be cool. I'd like to do that. That's like the main thing that I would like to do.
I'm here for it.
There's just really not that much for me. Just trying to vibe. Trying to have a good time.
Yeah. And eat cheese.
Hello friends, we are in my closet, and it is time to finally fill it back up. I was going to do this tomorrow. I cannot stand looking at the pile of clothes in my bathroom, and I don't think it's going to take that long to get things in here. I think it's just a matter of trying to figure out where things are going to go. I have 2 areas of hanging clothing in here. This is the IKEA PAX closet system that my husband installed in our primary closet. We did this a couple of years ago, and it has been honestly a godsend. Like, it is so amazing having this, and this is one of the best upgrades I think we made to our home. We don't have a very large primary closet, but I think we made the most of the space with this pack system. So I have some bins above my hanging stuff that y'all can't see that has like my Disney stuff, my travel bags, things like that. Down here is going to be hanging clothing. That's like where I hang my clothes already, but it's going to be my hanging clothing. And then I also have this set of drawers down here. I have 4 full-sized drawers and then 1 up here. It's a little more narrow for my jewelry and accessories. And then my husband has a similar setup on his area, his section right there. I actually have a fairly, I would say, equal amount of closet space, except for the hanging. I have like double the amount of hanging space, but he also has a lot more drawer space than me in the dresser, so it all evens out. Trying to figure out where I'm putting things is going to be interesting, because again, my approach really for a long time was let's just have the loungewear out and about, because that's like what I'm wearing day to day. I think it's always best to have the things that you wear often out for you to see. I think having things in drawers is not always the best approach, but some stuff does need to be folded, and for me, I want to make that my sweaters and my sweatshirts. Everything else I want to hang. I've never hung my jeans before. I've never hung my shorts, but we're going to do that. So I'm going to just start bringing stuff in. I'm going to time lapse, and then I'll like slow this down, talk to you again if there are things that I want to share about how I'm organizing. So let's get to it. small hangers that I used to hang pants on whenever I was hanging up my matching sets. I don't know where I got this advice. I think it was probably from Instagram or TikTok. So I ended up getting like kids hangers to basically hang like this, which with my matching sets, and I really liked that back when I was wearing more loungewear. But I also just like the way that they fit pants. I think it just like fills up the hanger better and they come off less easy. I mean, they're not gonna come off easy anyway because this is like a flocked hanger, but I think I am gonna switch my pants to these smaller hangers. Not really sure where I want to put my outerwear. I am someone who very much likes to organize my clothing by color, and I've never really hung up pants before, so I'm also trying to decide, do I do all of my colors together, including pants? Do I keep my pants separate? I'm trying to decide that. And then outerwear, I just like don't really know where to put it. We do have a coat closet, so I'm hoping to maybe put this out in the coat closet. For some reason, whenever we got our home, the coat closet at the entrance to our home doesn't have the rod where you can hang things. We have an extra that we took out of here that Hayden can cut down and put in there. We just haven't done it yet, so I'm going to encourage him to do that so that we can hang our coats there. It's kind of bulky having our outerwear with our regular clothing. This is the kind of thing that I'm going to use when I'm going out the door anyway, so I'm gonna move this somewhere else. Okay, this part's a little bit tricky. I'm trying to find a good solution for my long dresses because when I hang them, they don't really look very nice in this closet setup. There's not a lot of like hanging space for long dresses. And I'm like, should I just get over that? I also have this like area on the side of my closet. I don't think I can really show it to you angle-wise, but a space about this big that I kind of think would be cool to like hang a rod, put some of these long dresses like over there. I feel like they'd probably get lost in the shuffle, like I wouldn't be able to see them on the side of one of these closet units. So maybe I will just hang them with my stuff for now, kind of see if that ends up bothering me. In the past, something that I have done is like hang up the bottom of the skirt in the dress like this, and it's fine. It just like doesn't hang quite as nicely. I could also maybe do like clip and like clip up the bottom of the dress. Maybe that's what I'll do. But I need to find the rest of my little clips to make that happen. For now, I guess we'll just like do that. It does not look nice, but it's fine. The clips that belong to this set of hangers suck. I feel like I need to just get the shitty plastic ones. I was like, oh, I want the ones that match the hangers. They're terrible. They really, ugh, they're awful. Okay, we're almost done, folks. I have to say, I'm a lot less overwhelmed now that I'm getting stuff into my closet. I got rid of way more than I'm keeping, which is not surprising because I know my style, I know my color palette, but I was thinking like, oh, this is gonna be bad, like I'm not gonna have enough room. I have ample room. I'm almost done. I only have like a couple of things to add to my closet, and then I'm done. I think I am going to reorganize this though. I don't think that I want my pants separate. I like my color scheme too much. I like my color palette left to right too much to have my pants separate. Okay, I think we're done and I'm satisfied. I think everything is looking cute. Let me see if I can swing it over here and if it will focus for us. So right here we've got majority of my bottoms are either denim or navy, so I thought we'd start our rainbow there. I know that this is not like darkest to lightest or whatever, but it's fine by me. We got all of my denim, we've got my navy sweatpants, we've got my little flippy skirt, and then we go into my navy clothing. If you're curious how I organize within color, I go from lightest garment to most complicated garment. So I do tank tops, then t-shirts, then longer sleeve shirts, and then the like last item in a color family is going to be the dresses. So you'll see the navy dresses out here, light blue stuff, light blue dresses, and then of course we go into, is it more exciting over here? I'm not really sure if I'd say it's more exciting, but we've got my white tops and dresses. We've got reds, we've got greens, we've got a little bit of gray in here. I think I need a little bit more gray. And actually this has like been an interesting experiment in terms of seeing what sorts of colors I still feel like I want more of. I have a lot of blue, and don't get me wrong, I love blue, but I think I want some more of this like bright green. I only have two things. I've got this and a sweater. I'll show you in a second, but this is that. A little bit of black in the back. Not really a lot of like clothes, but we've got a few, active pieces. So thought I would take you down here as well and show you the stuff we've got going on in the drawers. This top drawer is my underoos, so we don't need to go in there. Down here, I was able to put all of my sweaters, and I actually still have like room back here. Things are kind of like loosely packed, but all of my sweaters are in here. The only one that is not in here is my navy cable knit that is in the wash. So I got some chicken on it. And then down here, I've got my sweatshirts. I never thought I'd see the day where I had like 3, maybe 4 sweatshirts. That's what we've got down here. I also have this cardigan that again I wear in like lounge situations. There's so much room in here. I've got a divider. I might move somewhere else because I don't really need it in here. Plenty of space. And then down here is my athletic wear, which I am not tackling today. So honestly, there's a lot of breathing room in here. I'm like happy with the amount of clothing I was able to fit in here. I don't feel like anything is really packed. And the long dresses, I just let things hang. I'm kind of like, I don't care that much. It's fine. I want to go to sleep though. It's like 10 p.m. and I've been doing this all day. So I think I'm gonna call it quits. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Hello friends. Happy Sunday. I didn't film yesterday because I was gonna say I didn't do much yesterday. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually don't remember what I did at all yesterday. But it was things, for sure. I definitely did things. Most of that was watching The Artful Dodger on Hulu. Listen. Got recommended a YouTube video that was like the best enemies to lovers TV shows. And did I watch that? Yes, I did. Did it recommend me a lot of shit I've already seen? Yes. But it also recommended The Artful Dodger, which has been on my radar for a while. And I decided, hey, okay, let's give it a try. I like Thomas Brodie Sangster quite a bit. And I also like, is it Maya Mitchell? It's fun. It's, I think, like a spin-off of Oliver Twist. The show is entertaining. I'm enjoying it. There's like a scene in the first episode and I was like, oh, I like this. The tension, the will they, won't they. Basically the premise of the show, I should probably let you know what it's about. We've got a guy named, is it Dawkins? Anyway, he is a doctor in Australian penal colony. Maya Mitchell's character, I think her name is Belle or something. She's like the daughter of the governor of Australia, or like this part of Australia. It's set obviously like in the 1800s. She wants to be a surgeon, and so she kind of like gets into a deal situation, Thomas Brodie Sangster's character, and is like, hey, you gotta help me become a surgeon. And he's reluctant to do it, but he does it anyway, and they kind of butt heads, and it's been delightful thus far. I've been enjoying it. Also, I probably should have said where I'm at. I have not. I'm all over the place. It's been a hot second since I vlogged. I'm in the parking lot of HEB. Haden has run in to get us some groceries. We still have a decent amount of stuff left from last week. Just like a couple of odds and ends is what he's going to pick up for us. Ugly day here in Texas, and I'm just so sick of this weather. I don't know how many times I can say it, but it's just like so not amazing for the mental health. It's so not amazing. For 2 things that I wanted to talk about while I'm just sitting here. I don't get service at this HEB, so inevitably I always bring my camera if I'm gonna be like sitting here while Haden grabs groceries. I'm officially done decluttering. Officially done. I obviously did a little bit of reorganization with y'all for my like everyday clothing, which was really great. Like I feel so confident about my wardrobe, which I've really been enjoying. What I didn't want to tackle was my activewear collection. I have gotten a lot of hand-me-down pieces from my sister, and I also had, a fairly large collection to begin with. I finally took the time today to try everything on and see what fits, what looks good, what doesn't. I'm left with basically nothing. So that's sad. I genuinely thought like I was gonna have a similar experience as I did with my clothing, where I decluttered a ton, but I was still left with a good collection. I didn't feel like I needed to go out and buy anything. If I add pieces here and there over the year, like that's fine, but like I was totally good for the time being. But going through my activewear collection, I have, because of what my sister gave me, I have 2 olive green sets, a dusty purple set, and I think that's it. I think I have like a couple of random like tops to go over things, because my sister, she gave me like a couple of like sports bra and legging sets, which I don't know if I've already said this in this video, but like no matter how in shape I am, like I'm not comfortable wearing just a sports bra to the gym or to Pilates. bodies. I need something that's a little bit more long line, right? Anyway, I have some like tops to go over sports bras. Don't really even have sports bras. It's a little annoying because I don't want to run out and like buy stuff. It's sad out there. And you know, I am glad in hindsight that I didn't invest too much money into the sets that I bought when I first started out on my weight loss journey. I got stuff from CRZ, I got stuff from Camo, which have been amazing and so good to me, but you know, they weren't a ton of money. So it was nice to know that like, and set when I bought them, like has played out well. Like I'm not quite as bummed. It's not like all Lululemon that I'm having to like get rid of, and I spent hundreds of dollars on this activewear, but now I'm left with a sad little drawer. So, I mean, it's nice that I get to go into it and I'm not having to like sift through things wondering if it fits, because I know everything in that drawer fits, but it's also like, damn, it's a little rough. I was really hoping to have some more activewear. It's been interesting. I think still kind of overwhelmed at the prospect of like taking pictures, listing things on Poshmark, but that is just, I think, a good way of being a good steward of the things that you own, rather than just like pawning it off on Goodwill or, you know, a donation center. I think it's okay to do that for some things. I'm not saying it's like a bad option. It's obviously better than throwing it in the garbage, but I think it's just not the best for like the life cycle of garments and or the environment. So I'm trying to be better about like stuff like that. And it just, oh God, the idea of doing that sounds awful. So right now I have like things in a box, and I'm going to move that box upstairs and I'll attack it maybe in a week or two. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. That was the first thing. Kind of hinted at it maybe the first clip when I was talking about how I've just been depressed and like haven't really wanted to do things, but I have really not been treating myself well. And I think I've said it a few times over the course of my like weight loss journey or whatever, that once you've been treating yourself well for a while, it's hard to go back to not. It has never been this extreme. Like I have not been in this place that I'm at right now in months, in like almost a year at this point. I feel like maybe I have not been feeling well. Like I've really been feeling shitty today. Like I just don't feel good. I had, you know, fast food for lunch, and it's a combination of like eating poorly and also not exercising at all. My body is not happy with me, and it's beyond, I guess, what it used to be. Like I used to feel like shit and just like not really be aware of it and just think that was normal, just like kind of feeling sluggish and whatever. And like I'm feeling that, but I'm feeling like worse. Like I'm having actual like health issues, not anything I need to seek medical attention for, but like digestive issues, whatever, from not treating myself well. Yeah, it's not great. And the reason I'm mentioning it all, I guess, is because it has gotten me to reflect on aging. You know, I haven't really considered aging lately because I feel like I'm pretty happy to be 30. I don't feel old. I was scared to turn 30 for so long, but now that I am 30, I like don't care. But I guess the way that I'm feeling lately, physically, not, you know, treating myself how I normally do, I think it catches up with you a lot more. And I try not to be in that headspace. That's something that I fight back against a lot, if that makes any sense. I really hate when people say, oh, you know, I have a sore back because I'm 30, you know, shit like that. Your body doesn't fall apart as we age. Like, yes, certain things become slightly more challenging, but it also, you know, depends on the maintenance that you're doing, whatever. But it is, I guess, surprising to me and interesting to me that like I could be doing the same things that I was doing for years, but my body is reacting totally differently than it has in the past to this treatment, I guess. And I don't like it, but it does feel like an overwhelming task, an insurmountable task to get back to that place. Definitely worthwhile. It's definitely worth doing. And it's a standard that I've set for myself, you know, to exercise daily, to eat healthier foods, and not even like super clean. You know, y'all know me. I'm not like a Whole30 or like vegan or clean foods only kind of person. Like that's not me. It never will be me. But yeah, I've let my standards slip way too much, I think, over the past month and a half, and I just like don't feel good anymore. I don't like that. I also don't like that it keeps getting like brighter and darker in this car. It's because of the shitty weather here. Lastly, my last reflection for you, because my camera is unfortunately running out of battery. I did in fact have a bit of a moment, another moment of reflection on my behaviors. You know, this is something that I've talked about before. It's not like a new thought or anything profound, but Hayden is going on a work trip for like a week in a few weeks, and I was thinking I'm gonna be so bored, obviously, without him. He's like my main, so I don't want to say source of entertainment, but like, you know, he's my person. We're together often. I was reflecting on, okay, wait, what am I gonna do after work? Especially since I'm going on a no-buy. And I was just thinking about the fact that a lot of my secondhand purchasing and my scrolling eBay, which has been fun, is kind of fueled by my lack of hobbies. Yikes. And the reason that I'm worried about like being on my own is because not because of the lack of human interaction. I'm like totally fine with that, but because I don't have hobbies. I do like to read, you know, but that's not a hobby really anymore. That is my job. So I don't know. I feel like I need to expand my mind. And I think also because I'm not exercising and like doing other things in my day, all I'm doing right now is reading and then hanging out with Hayden, and it's like if Hayden isn't here, all I'm doing is reading. That just doesn't sound ideal. You know, I need to find something. Stream of consciousness thoughts for all of you. I mean, that's literally what this vlog is. That's what all of these vlogs are, to be fair, but that has also kind of been hard for me, is like wanting to vlog when I don't feel like I have much to say. Like, I always have shit to say. I can always yap, but I don't have any exciting life updates because my life is, ooh, not exciting. We're making progress towards our goals. Like, I'm getting some of my January things done, and I'm proud of that, but there's a ways to go. We're at the beginning of the year. We got time. I think for the rest of the day, I'm gonna be a piece of shit, and I'm gonna hang out in bed. I actually am going to be reading for a video over on Patreon, and I might give y'all some updates on that. Maybe I'll find something fun to read for this video. I'm not really sure. No promises, but yeah, I'm gonna be taking it easy. Hayden and I have been taking it easy the past couple of days. You know what he did do though yesterday, which I'm like so pleased with, is this man. Well, okay, I was going to compliment him, but I looked over at his seat and then I was less than impressed. He detailed our car, which is so nice. It's like so clean in here. Obviously we eat in here, so it's like not as clean as it could be, but he detailed it. He vacuumed it out really nicely. I looked over and there were like chicken nugget crumbs on his seat, so I got rid of those. But he's been doing his January tasks. I've been doing mine mostly during the week, but he did some of his, and so we have been lazy today and a little bit of yesterday after he detailed the cars. I'm gonna continue to be a piece of shit, and I'll probably share more not so profound thoughts in a little bit.